used against you anywhere. Okay, so a term is this. A number. What happens? Okay. Try that again. A term is a number, variable, product, or quotient. I guess there should be a comma. Quotient of numbers and variables. Oh. Because today we're really going to be putting together like terms. Okay? So a term could be like a 4. A term could be like an x. Who could give me another type of term? Another type of term. You could have something like 2x squared. 2x squared y would be a term. And you could have that's a product of more than one expression. And then you could have like a fraction thing to be a term too. So all of those are terms. Those are examples of terms. Who knows what like terms are? Like terms? Didn't your teacher tell you when you combining like terms?
I've heard of that, but
You've heard of it? Okay. Terms that have the same variable factors. Okay. Terms that have the same variable factors. Okay, and the reason they said factors because they have to be the same degree. So, for instance, like 3x and 2x, those are like terms. 3x and 2x. And what would I do with those things if I saw them? What could I do with that? Combine them, put them together, right? And we'll get to that in a second. And the next one, let's just do another one. What if I had like negative 3ab squared and 4ab squared? Those are like terms. Okay? You can't add, so I can't add like a negative 3ab squared and a 5ab. Those are not like terms. Okay? So if I have like an ab squared and an ab, I can't put those together. But if they have the same degree, that's why they use this word factors. Okay? If they have the same degree, like this squared in both of them, and this is just a by itself, then you can put them together. So I can combine those. I can combine those like terms. So this is not a. That's not a like term. Okay. Next one, an expression is a combination. Let's choose a different color. A combination of one or more terms separated by plus and minus signs. Minus signs. Kind of hard for me to write really small there. Okay? A combination of one or more terms separated by a plus or minus sign. Yes, sir. Did you have a question? You're just stretching? Okay. So an example of an expression is, whoops, I accidentally drew scribbled on here. I don't want to do that. So plus write this more clearly, put my quotations on it, plus, and, let me fix this, and minus, maybe I should have written the word, and minus signs. Yeah, here's the, maybe I should have written out the words, but you guys get it. So for example, an expression might be like 3x squared minus 2y, or 6x y plus 7, or square root of 3 plus x. Those are all terms, okay? Those are all terms. I mean, excuse me, those are all expressions made up of more than one term. I guess an expression, you can have an expression with one term, right? But it's not very exciting, okay? And then lastly, we have equations. An equation, what makes an equation an equation? It has an equal sign in between it, okay? So an equation is just two terms that are set equal to each other. Is that what? Might have a statement showing one algebraic, yeah. An algebraic expression set equal to, so I'm just going to write two expressions set equal to each other. So, for example, 3x minus 7 equals 4x squared plus 5. That's called the quadratic equation, which you'll learn about later, or you probably already know. Okay? So that's the definitions. Questions? Okay. So you have to know some words before we can continue. And now we're going to practice combining like terms. So I have some, I think I just have some examples that I'm going to do with you. And then you're going to get some in-class practice. Okay, so I want to pause here. We're going to pause for station identification for 1 second for a commercial break. Someone? So Meadow? Everyone okay? So Meadow correctly said that this and this are like terms. So those are two of those things you're going to combine. What's 3x squared plus negative 2x squared? 1x squared. And when there's 1, you don't have to write a number in front of it. So far, I have x squared. Also, when you're combining like terms, it wouldn't be marked absolutely wrong, but it's good to put the highest powers first, and then you go down to what are called the constants. Okay? So then what am I going to look at? I'll remember in a minute. Don't tell me. So, yes, Sophie.
9y.
Right. So now I'm going to look at the 9y and the negative 4y, and how many y's does that make?
5y.
5y. Okay. And then we're going to combine. What are my next two things I'm going to combine? Go ahead there, Charlie.
Positive 16 and negative 5.
The positive 16 with a negative 5, and how much does that make? 11, and then we're done. Okay? Easy enough? Have you done this before?
Yeah.
Let's do just a couple more. I'll do one more with you, and then I'll let you guys try. It can get a little trickier if you have ones like this, like 2 times 5a minus 9b plus 3 times 4 minus minus 5a plus 2b. In this case, first thing that you have to do is what? You have to distribute, okay? So you have to use the distributive property, which we kind of talked about yesterday. So you're going to have to multiply this times this, and this times this, and then you're going to multiply this times this times this, and this times that, okay? So we're going to just do that. 2 times 5a is how many a? 10a. Very good. So we got 10a, 2 times negative 9b, negative 18b. 3 times 4 makes 12. 3 times negative 5 makes negative 15a. And 3 times 2b makes 6b plus 6b. And then this is where people always mess up too. If there's a negative sign here, they forget to distribute the negative sign. So you got to make sure if this is a minus here, you have to remember that a minus is a plus and stuff like that. And in this case, the letters, it doesn't matter which order you go. I'm going to put the a's first. So how many a's do I have altogether? Negative 5a. How many b's do I have altogether? Is that negative 12b? And then what? Plus 12 is all by itself, so plus 12. Questions about that? Okay, I'm going to let you guys try this one on your own, and then you're going to get into pairs, and we're going to do some more. Okay, so 12x squared minus, okay, 5x plus, oh, there's something I didn't talk about here. X minus, well, let's see what we can do with this one. Who can tell me what 4x times x is? 4x times x. 4x squared, right? So 4x times x is 4x squared. What's 4x times negative 1? Negative 4x. So you guys try this one, okay? You try it, and let's see if I did it. Let's, how about if I don't put this one on the test? No, after my expert teaching, you guys will be okay. Okay, so 12x squared minus, I would keep this, the parentheses or the, what do you get there, Jessica?
First I got 16x squared minus 9x, but I think it might actually be 16x squared minus x.
I'm not getting that 16x squared. Okay? Watch why. Okay? 5x. Now I'm going to distribute this. Okay? Multiply that times that, and that times that. Right? So I get 4x times x makes what? 4x squared. And I get 4x times negative 1 is what? Negative 4x. Okay? Now you got to remember this minus sign out here, right? This minus sign, because 12x squared minus 4x squared is how many x squared? What's 12 minus 4? 8x squared, right? Because this is like a negative 1 out here that you have to distribute, or you can just make it opposite, right? So 12x minus 4x squared makes 8x squared. Then you have negative 5x minus negative 4x. So if I distribute this through, I get negative 5x minus negative 4x. What's a minus? Positive. Okay, so I have plus 4x, and then I combine those two, so I have 8x squared minus x would be your final answer. Who got that? Nobody. Okay, that's right. That's right. I've been doing this for... You got the same answer? She's good, man. Okay, so that's a tricky one. So I am going to partner you guys up. Okay. Hold on. Let me pause my cutting edge video.